Happy New Year, everyone. Welcome to your 2016 Runescope with me. My name is Amanda. I just wanted to take a moment here at the beginning of the new year and thank all of you for liking, sharing, and subscribing my videos. I really do appreciate that. For those of you who have gotten a reading with me, a private session, thank you so much for choosing me to take a look at your future for you. And to my regulars, I want to give a special shout out. Thank you so much. It's such a pleasure to talk with you throughout every year, heading into my third year that I've been doing this. So if you like what you see, if you do like the videos here, please do subscribe. You can just click the button here in the video or below the video to do that, and then you will get an update whenever I do post a new video. It'll come to your inbox there on YouTube. I do the yearly overview, but then I also do monthly readings every month and get those posted about the last week of every month. So if you would like to get a notice when I upload a new video, definitely subscribe. I do appreciate that. I do also offer private sessions because these are general readings. What that means is that not all of these messages will apply specifically to you, but they will be for other people of your astrological sign. So I do recommend you watch the video for your rising sign as well, because that will also contain some messages for you, and it may clarify some things in your general sun sign reading. The only way to get a reading that is all about you, though, and where all of the messages are for you, is to schedule a private session with me. I do those on Skype only. But it's a very easy program. It's free to download. It's very easy to access. They are $65 for 30 minutes. And if you want to set up an appointment, you can contact me at runescopes4u@gmail.com. That's the number 4 and the letter U. You will also find the email here in the video or below the video. Just email me and we'll get that set up. January can be a great time to do that. We can take a look at 2016 and what that's going to hold for you personally. Please do keep in mind I am very busy usually in January, though, so it may take me a few days to get back to you. That just means there are some people ahead of you that I need to get scheduled first. I answer all messages in the order they are received. So I do also offer a rune class, an online rune class, a few times a year. I will be offering that twice this year. So the first one is going to be February 1st through March 11th. And it's $185 for the entire 6-week course if you would like to sign up for this first session. The deadline to do so will be Thursday, January 28th by 12 p.m. Eastern Time. So again, just email me at that same email address if you want to sign up for that and learn how to read the runes for yourself and others. But now, without further ado, let's get on to your 2016 reading. Hello there, Scorpios, and welcome to your 2016 reading. In the essence of saving time, I've already cast the runes and laid out the tarot cards. The tarot wanted to go second with you and cover the second half of the year. So we're looking at the runes for January through June. And then the tarot will take over for July through December as far as issues and things that you will be dealing with throughout 2016. The first part of the year in the challenge position, or challenge your focus. And with this position, I mean, with such a long time frame, like 6 months, because normally when I do my monthlies, we're only focusing on, 30 or 31 days. This is something that may be weaving in and out. It's definitely not something that I feel is gonna, be the entire focus of, I know you Scorpios can be very driven and focused, but I feel like this is a thread or a theme that will be weaving in and out of the 6-month period, much as it does in the monthlies. It's an energy that weaves in and out of the month, or you may deal with one time, but it's kind of a big deal. Looking at your spread here, both of these, right away, I'm going to tell you that this is a year of big changes for you. But you're liberating yourself. But sometimes when we are freeing ourselves from what we know, or there are big changes, it can be difficult to let things go just because we're used to the way things are. But exciting year. Exciting is the word that I'm getting. But I feel like a lot of changes you're going to be adjusting to with people around you. The first thing you've got coming up as far as challenge or focus is dealing with manipulation and arrogance. They're kind of tied right here together. Now, these could be people in your life. These could be coworkers, family members, your mate, a boyfriend, girlfriend, but you're dealing with somebody who is, there's a selfishness here. There is a refusal to learn from life's lessons. There is, yeah, just kind of, oh, poor me, I brought all this on myself, but now you need to help me, even though, you know, I haven't treated you the best way. Now, Scorpio, when I do these general readings, these energies can always work both ways. So it could be you that has had that attitude, or someone could be telling you, look, you know, you want my help now, but you treated me this way in the past, so why should I help you? For the most part, though, I've got a lot of people on the table, and I don't feel like they're all you. So, I mean, I feel like you may be reacting to that sort of behavior, and you may be reacting with anger and condemnation, quite frankly. And, now, sometimes when these energies appear, it can manifest in both ways. Like you're dealing with that kind of energy from other people, and maybe you're sending it right back, the same kind of, you know, like you're getting arrogance from other people. It's like, well, I can be more arrogant than you, and just kind of sending it, you know, giving them a taste of their own medicine here. But yeah, I do have a male and female energy on the table that this seems to be centered around. But so, I mean, but again, these general readings, they don't have to be male and female, but, I feel like someone is being manipulated by someone else, and that is causing them to act uncharacteristically. It's causing them to act, prideful and just very kind of full of themselves, and, stubbornly remaining in a stance that they know is wrong, or stubbornly defending a position or a situation or actions that are just wrong and rude and boorish is the word they're giving me. And this could be coming through communication. This could be a situation, quite frankly, Scorpio, that you just don't want to deal with. You're like, I don't have time to deal with this mess. This person brought this problem on themselves, and you know, why should I mess with this? What may be sparking this is that this person knows that they are failing, or this situation is failing, it's not working out. And maybe you told this person that, you advised this person that. I think this came up for you in a reading for 2015, one of the monthlies, Scorpio, if I'm not mistaken. Where, yeah, you know, you warned someone against someone or getting into a situation, and they did it anyway. And now they, rather than saying, you're right, I'm sorry I didn't listen to you, and I'm sorry that maybe I treated you badly, I'm going to stand here and selfishly, boorishly, you know, stubbornly defend this situation, even though it's obviously detrimental to me and to everyone else in the situation, because this is somebody going through a very tough lesson. And if they do not leave this situation, it's just going to repeat and repeat and repeat. They'll keep going around that wheel. But somebody feels like they can't leave, and I feel like it has to do with refusing to admit failure. You know, too much pride, refusal to see what's right in front of your face in black and white. Now, Scorpio, I encourage you, if it is you in this situation, you're in a job that's not working, you're in a relationship that's not working, you're in, you know, any kind of situation where maybe someone did advise you, you know, that's not a good idea. Maybe they advised you that because they cared about you. If you're the one in this situation having trouble swallowing your pride and getting out of it, I just want to tell you that if you don't leave whatever this is behind, you could block all of the success and good things that I see for you coming, because the outcome of any rune reading, any tarot reading, is based on whether or not you take the advice, whether or not you listen to the spiritual guidance given. If you don't, you could stay stuck. But I feel like, again, because there are so many people on the table, for most of you, this is another person that you're dealing with. And it's just frustrating dealing with this person. There's no way to talk to them. And communication actually may be completely stifled. It could be that you're just getting tidbits of information through other people. You may not even be conversing or actually having any kind of, exchange with this person, but you're hearing things. You're hearing what's going on with them. And you may be concerned, but at the same time, you're like, well, this person wanted this. This person told me to, you know, go my own way, as the song says. And I, you know, so I did. And now they've made their own bed and they're going to have to figure out their own way out of it. So that is weaving itself in and out of the first 6 months. But help that's available for you is that, you know, the more you can kind of focus on your own life and not get dragged into whatever this is, this manipulation, this, you know, someone may even try to act like they are trying to reconnect with you in a positive way and fix a relationship when in reality, that's not the case. Maybe they just want information, or they want to be in your business, or they want to know what's going on with you, especially females, for men and women watching this, especially females or feminine energy. So, you know, a more feminine male, you know, so beware of that. If you've had a bad or troubled history with anyone in your life and they're coming back acting like they want to fix something, it's a facade, Scorpio, for many of you, I'm sorry to tell you. And, your best bet may be to just, because I feel like it will quickly degenerate into a repeated pattern and you just don't have time for it in the first 6 months of the year. So, but the more positive and the more you can focus on your own stuff, you're going to be happier because your life is transforming and in a very positive way. The thing is, Scorpio, is sometimes, you guys are the most practical, the more pragmatic of the water signs. So when something good does start happening, you could be like, okay, when's the other shoe gonna drop? When's the what's the catch? You know, it's like, you know, and maybe that's been your experience. We've all had those experiences in life. But what they are saying here is try to change that record in your head. When those thoughts try to get in, have something you go to that makes you happy or excited. Even if it's cats or dogs or, you know, watching cat videos on the internet, whatever you need to do to kind of get that negative record to stop or to shut it off in your head, do that, because you don't want to draw those things to you. You don't want to put out the energy that, you know, will pull those negative things in, because what we think we manifest, what we focus on, we manifest. So I would encourage all of you Scorpios to start off this year either making a list of things you want to accomplish this year, the good things that you want to bring into your life, or really it's good for everyone to do that. And I've recommended it on a couple of the other videos. Even doing a vision board or something, making like a collage, and you can do that on the computer, or you can do it with glue and, you know, old school with glue, magazines, that sort of thing. And just cut out images or words or phrases that mean something to you and what you want to accomplish in 2016. Even if you aren't into the law of attraction, I mean, you know, if that's not your thing, you'll still find that if you just have and place that in front of you for the whole year, somewhere where you will see it daily, you'd be surprised by the end of the year how many of those things actually come to pass. They may not all come to pass, but just take off the ones that didn't happen and leave them for next year. Because I feel like the more you can, okay, get centered. This is what I want. I don't care what these people are doing. There's no other shoe that's going to drop. This is going to work out. This is the way it's going to work out. Visualize how you want things to work out. And trust me, I am guilty of this too. So I realize this is much easier said than done. But if you can get into the practice of it, you're going to be amazed at how far you can go this year. Your biggest success first 6 months of the year, you could completely have a new beginning when it comes to finance and in a major way, and it may come in an unexpected way. This seems to have something to do with being creative thinking, a creative project, a creative venture that you want to get off the ground, creating your own business, creating, maybe it's a business that caters to the arts or something creatively. This could be you giving money to the arts and then becoming very involved in a cause or in something, you know, raising money for an artistic cause, and meeting new people. Meeting lots and lots of new people and people who really kind of jive with you. Scorpio. So yeah, what I'm seeing the first 6 months, you are out of the gate running with finances. I mean, things are looking really good. I see you increasing. Those of you looking to change jobs, you can certainly do that in the first half of the year. I do believe we have a Mercury retrograde in January, but February through June, I definitely feel like at some point, many of you are going to be changing jobs, and it's going to be in an environment that is maybe much more creative, much more artistic. There may be a lot more freedom for you to come and go. So if it's not your own business, it seems to be a very lax environment. Some of you, I feel like you're just spending money on beautiful things the first 6 months of the year. Maybe you're fixing up a home, or you're getting a new car, or that is really particularly beautiful. You're doing something, and you Scorpios have great taste anyway, especially in your decorating and the way you dress, all of that sort of thing. So, but yeah, I see you maybe fixing something up, making it pretty. I'm seeing someone painting, maybe more than one of you out there, but some of you may be learning how to paint, or maybe you used to, but you didn't have time recently, and you're starting that up again. So creativity is where the money is at. Creative thinking. Turn something on its head. Do something completely different. Many of you may be starting a career that is a complete departure from what you have been doing, and just more in line with your soul's purpose, more in line with your gifts, more in line with what you want to do. Definitely more freedom, and definitely more of the kind of people you want to be around. Because it's so important what kind of environment we're working in and what kind of energies we're having to mingle with on a day-to-day basis. You know, that can really help you change that record in your head. If you're around negative people who are kind of reinforcing those negative thoughts, that's not going to help you. That's not going to help you change that record. But I mean, if you're around more positive people who are doing something that everyone believes in, and really coming together, working as a team, to do something that everybody has really strong feelings about or believes in, that can totally change the way that record in your head is playing to a more positive beat, for sure. So I do see you increasing your money for 6 months, for sure, Scorpio. And for some of you, again, with this, with haggle here, you could get an offer out of the blue. You know, this indicates that, I mean, something could come along to where, or maybe you have a hobby, say painting, for instance, and you actually kind of maybe put some things online and people like really love it. They want to buy it. People are going to want whatever you're doing creatively, Scorpio. They're going to want to purchase your paintings. They're going to want to read your book. They're going to want to, you know, come hear your band. However this works for you, you can make money doing what you love. And the first 6 months, I feel like you're going to be, some of you may have been working on this for a long time, because this has come up again for you before in 2015. But so some of you may have been working on a project, working on some kind of creative hobby for a while, but maybe 2016 is the first time you show it to anybody. It's the first time you really share it to someone really close to you. And the feedback you're going to get is just amazing. It's really going to kind of boost your self-confidence. The feedback you get from professionals or from people who would hire you to do this, or who want to show you your paintings in the gallery, to use that again as an example, or want your band to play at their club, you know, that sort of thing. The offers are going to start coming from unexpected places, and the feedback is going to be so positive, Scorpio. So I encourage you, whatever this is, I mean, it's a rebirth as far as your career and how you're making money. That is possible for you if you don't get caught up in the drama of other people and the lessons of other people. If you don't stay in those situations, sky's the limit. And the first 6 months really for career and finances are going to be wonderful. Now there may be something in the first 6 months. Again, I feel like there is another goal that you have, and it's achievable in 2016, but it may take the rest, you know, all year to achieve that. And so there may be a part of this, it may be separate from what we were talking about before with the creativity or the creative project, or it could be connected to that. So it could be maybe you're getting feedback from people that is positive, but you have yet to submit it to, like, you know, professionals, or submit it to a gallery, or submit your book to a publisher or an agent, and you're going to do that second part of the year. So I I feel like, you know, for some of you that's connected. For some of you, it's two different goals. Some of you may be trying to get pregnant. First 6 months of the year. I do have a fertility rune here. So that may, you know, for some of you that may happen in first 6 months, but for many of you, maybe that's what's delayed. It's still achievable, but it just may not happen in the first 6 months. Some of you may be giving birth in the first 6 months. And so maybe you have to delay working on this project or going back to work or accepting this job offer or, you know, that sort of thing. Or maybe you were working on you were getting promoted, you were getting ready, and then you found out you were pregnant. So you're anxious to kind of, you know, have a baby and get back to your job or get back to work. You know, and that is still, whatever your goal, that is still achievable. That is well within your reach. It just may be a bit of a delay around it, but nothing huge. So wow. I'm really happy to tell you that. But let's move into the second part of the year here, Scorpio. And with the tarot, we're going to cover July through December. Focus for many of you may be on a child, a baby. So those of you who have given birth. Now, this could be a fire sign energy. Doesn't have to be, but Sagittarius, Leo, or Aries. If this is a new baby, this could be a particularly cranky child. I'm sorry to tell you, but maybe, you know, or just wakes up at you know, bad times. So you may find yourself very tired and lacking energy if you have a newborn Scorpio during the year. And but you know what, you are going to you're going to have help. I feel like most of you dealing with this, but you may get kind of depressed. You may be a little prone to that postpartum depression, some of you. So I want you to really pay attention to that. If you're, be sure and talk to someone about that. There's help available for that, or you know, you can get past this or work through this. But some of you may just be dealing with a child who's particularly rambunctious. Doesn't have to be yours, but there may be someone in the family. Maybe this is a nephew or you know, one of your younger siblings that maybe isn't a child but acts like one, that you're concerned about. Again, this is a focus or a challenge that will weave in and out of that 6 month period, that final 6 month period. Now, the help that's going to be available to you. There is something, Scorpio, that you are absolutely consumed with, obsessed with. For some of you, it could be achieving a goal. It could be, you know, we can get obsessed with so many things, and it's not always a bad thing, especially if you're making money at it. You could get, some of you may be workaholics, second part of the year. I really do think you're going to be working hard, for sure. But, you know, that I think obsession, or becoming obsessed with finishing something, completing something, is good. Because that means you're gonna do it. If you're obsessed with something, you're absolutely gonna do it. Now, some of you may be just enjoying yourself, having a lot of parties, going out, being social, meeting a lot of people, because this can just mean partying, you know. A lot of sex, a lot of drugs, a lot of rock and roll, you know what I mean? But, you know, and many of you could be involved in a very sexual, strong physical attraction kind of relationship. When the Devil card comes up, though, it can sometimes talk about a situation that is best temporary. This may not be a long-term thing. I mean, it may be very kind of explosive, but there's, whatever this is, there's a strong physical attraction here if it is manifesting as a relationship. The Devil card is saying, because you Scorpios can be very, very controlled. Devil card is saying, let loose, second part of the year. Have some fun. You know, you spent the first 6 months working hard, and you're going to be working hard too the second part of the year, but make sure you're playing hard too, Scorpio. It's fine to you know, have goals and want to achieve them, but we also need to relax sometimes and have fun, let our hair down, and you know, enjoy life a little bit. what's life if we don't have anything to enjoy, right? What's the point of having all this money that you're making at work if you can't spend it on cool stuff? So yeah, they're really encouraging you to at least once or twice a month get out and do something fun. You know, turn the computer off, put the work down, and do something that you enjoy. The Magician card is coming up in the reverse, and what that indicates to me is that, again, in coming up with around other people, maybe in connection to this younger fire sign person, it's out of your hands. You can't control this. There's something out of your control, and you may be concerned about it, but there's nothing you can really do to fix it, Scorpio. So the advice is to just release, because we have 8 of Swords in the reverse, and that indicates, you know, I've got the blinders off. I'm seeing things clearly, but I'm, you know, not going to worry about this anymore because I have no control over it. Someone else has the control, and they need to take off the blinders and release themselves. So this first part of the year, this situation we were talking about that may be holding you back, if you don't release yourself from it in the first half of the year, many of you will do so in the second half of the year. Again, there's so many of you out there. Any of these energies could really be interchangeable. It's for the majority. This is what's going to happen for 6 months. And but, you know, they can kind of go back and forth here. Liberation and freedom, and what can't be changed with the 4 of Cups in reverse is that 2016, there may be a lot going on. There may be, you know, it's going to be a lot of things, a lot of changes, but it's never going to be boring. That's what this card is saying. It's going to be quite a ride in 2016, and you may not, you know, you may wake up in the morning, okay, what's going to happen today? What's going to happen this week? And Scorpio, for a fixed sign, I know it can be scary for you to hear that. You don't like the unexpected, you don't like surprises, but guess what? Haggle's on the table, and Haggle's saying surprises you're gonna get. And this is kind of reinforcing that. But many of them are good. Many of them are good, particularly in career, particularly in having fun, 5th house. Whatever you got going on in your 5th house, check out your favorite astrologer. As you may know, I only know enough astrology to get in trouble. But yeah, check out your favorite astrologer and kind of see when your 5th house is lit up, because 5th house is party house. And so there may be something going on here. Those of you dealing with addiction issues, you could be getting help with that. I wanted to mention that that's another way that this will work. Maybe that's what this situation was that's holding you back, and you need to seek help for an addiction. You or someone close to you, maybe that's the problem. And if they don't seek it in the first half of the year, or if you don't get help with that in the first half of the year, you will in the second half of the year, because you're just going to be seeing things more clearly in the second part of the year, that this is holding you back. You know, maybe this child helps you see that. Or maybe when someone tells you, you know, this substance or this addiction makes you behave like a child, and you're a grown up. It's time to act like one. So, but again, but this could be someone in your life that finally realizes this situation's got to go. I got to get out of this situation. It's holding me back. It's restrictive. This can also be a relationship that's very possessive and jealous, where someone's isolating the other partner, an abusive relationship even. And because it's coming up as the help to you though, Scorpio, if it's not you in this relationship and it's someone else, they're going to be recognizing this, and that's the first step of getting out of it. So yeah, second part of the year, there's liberation for you and maybe others as well. In some sense, that's going to be the major theme, and letting go of the situations you can't control, letting go of people who don't want to better their lives, because you do, and you should focus on that, not the dumb decisions other people are making. Again, you may care about them, you can give advice till you're blue in the face, but if they're not going to listen to you, and let's face it, many times we have to learn our own lessons the hard way. We don't learn them. It would be nice if people listen to you. But you know what, Scorpio? If they didn't listen to you this time, I think they will next time. So that is what I see for 2016. Yeah, loose the shackles. Whatever's holding you back, whatever has control over you, you got to get rid of it so you can fly. Good luck with 2016, Scorpio, and I'll see you back here in February.